Hey, and welcome back to another episode of Vibrant You. Today, we are getting into the top 10 signs that your body is asking for a total mind body reset and is maybe in need of a detox. We are going to be talking about what a detox is, why we should do it, the benefits of it, and when is the best time to get the most out of your detox protocol. So, detoxification protocols are such an important part of optimizing and maintaining vibrant health and well being. And this is a topic that I'm personally super passionate about, as it's been such a huge piece of the puzzle in my own health and wellness journey. And it's been remarkable to see the transformations that my clients have gone through this protocol as well. And stay tuned until the end because I'm going to be sharing with you an amazing opportunity on how you can do your own at-home functional medicine detox coming up later this month, and how I can fully support you through that to receive all the benefits that we will be talking about today. So let's get right into it. Let's start off with what is a detox. So detox is a bit of a big word out there, especially in the health and wellness industry. There's no real standard for what defines it. There's lots of different variations out there. There's some definitions and understandings of detoxing that can be quite helpful, and others not so helpful and even harmful, I would say. And in my own health and wellness journey, like the last 15 years, I have literally done and tried more than 100 different types or variations of detoxification protocols. And I'm a firm believer now that not all detoxes are created equal. Some are very helpful, very healthy, very sustainable for long-term health and wellness. And some are just outright dangerous, or they can be dangerous if done incorrectly or in the wrong timing. So what is an actual detox? Before we get into what it is, let's talk about why we need to be doing it. So a question that I had in my own journey, and something that I hear from people all the time, is like, do I really need a detox? Like, isn't that what my liver's for? Don't I have organs to do that exact function in my body? And well, yes, the answer is, of course, you have detox organs and elimination organs. The reality is that an often overlooked underlying cause behind so many common is not normal, but so many common health symptoms that people face on a daily basis with their health is really a buildup of toxins in the body and the brain. And I know that you do your best to eat well and you try your best to live a healthy lifestyle, but the reality is that you unavoidably come into contact with up to 100,000 different human-made chemicals, toxins, and pollutants on a daily basis. And where these toxins come from, of course, is yes, our food supply. Of course, even though we try to eat organic, we can't perfectly eat organic all the time. So of course, there's going to be pesticides and all kinds of things in our food supply. In our water, right, it's burdened with so many chemicals like chlorine and fluoride. Of course, in our body care products, even industrial products, things that are needed to build a house, right? We're breathing those in, the flame retardants from our mattress and our couches, from our car seats, all of these different things. And even cleaning products that we use on a regular basis to clean our homes are full of human-made chemicals that are unfortunately having a negative impact on our health. So the reality is that exposure to toxins in our modern life and world is simply unavoidable, even with the best of intentions and the best of healthy living and lifestyle. There's aluminum so commonly in our deodorant, and there's fluoride in our toothpaste, and pesticides on our vegetables. There's brake dust in the air that we breathe if we live in a city. There's lead in our hair dyes, and there's coal tar in our skin lotions. Literally, our largest organ, the skin, the products often that we put on our skin, conventional products anyway, are loaded with all types of chemicals and toxins. There's hormones in the meat that you might be consuming. And even with that, there's just so many unavoidable daily exposures to electromagnetic radiation from technology. And beyond that, there's also these internal wastes that are built up in the body just from our own mental and emotional stress, or pharmaceutical drugs in our water supply. And all of this makes a lot of sense. The unfortunate part is that many of these toxins, they cross the blood-brain barrier and they just wreak havoc on our hormones. They disrupt our gut microbiome and cause all kinds of dysfunction of our nervous system, ultimately making us feel stressed and anxious and just plain off. So this is a bit of a scary truth, but the good news is that there is a solution. Of course, we try our best to minimize our exposure to toxins and chemicals, but there is a solution to help us take back our control and empower ourselves to really reset our body and brain at the deepest level. So that solution, in my experience, is something called a functional medicine detox. And doing some sort of detox protocol such as this is really an essential key to kickstarting our way into radiant health and vibrant energy. So what is this functional medicine detox? Functional medicine detox is a safe and comprehensive full body detoxification protocol that supports your body in gently eliminating these harmful toxins while rebalancing the body and brain at an underlying root cause level. So the one that I practice for myself and I do several times a year that I offer to my clients as well, it's an integrative, clinically proven detoxification protocol that combines the best of two worlds, combines the best of ancient Ayurvedic healing and medicine with the state-of-the-art modern functional medicine to kickstart the deepest level of healing in the body so we can get back to feeling our most calm and healthy, vibrant self naturally. So in the next episode, I'm going to be sharing with you the how we can actually do that. For now, let's talk about when. So what is the best timing to do a detox? Maybe you've done a detox before in your life, or you've been considering doing one for yourself. So let's get into the when. So the best times to do a detox is the 3 S's. The first timing is seasonally. So it's generally a great idea to do a seasonal cleansing regimen to maintain our health, to optimize our health, and ultimately to prevent the buildup of toxins and therefore the symptoms associated with toxic overload in the body that I'm about to share with you in this episode. So ideally, we want to detox seasonally or quarterly, which is ultimately in most places 4 times a year. So many ancient traditions, Ayurvedic medicine, they've recommended seasonal cleansings for thousands of years. And how interesting as well that so many religions and religious fasting and cleansing protocols happen to be in the spring or the start of the spring, which is kind of interesting. Ideally, we want to be doing it 4 times a year at basically like the solstices and the equinoxes. So whenever there's a change in season, our body goes through naturally a bit of a detox within itself. So it's a great time to harness the powers of nature that are already happening inside of our system and to support that natural process in a deeper way. So ideally 4 times a year, even as little as a 7-day detox is supportive. However, if there was just one time of the year, like let's say you're like 4 times a year, that feels like a big commitment, that feels like too much. If you were to just do it once a year, the most optimal time to do a detox or a cleansing protocol is in spring. So we're coming up to spring right now. So of course, this is on my mind and in my heart and something that I will be doing for myself in the coming weeks to support my health and to maintain my health best as I can. So that's the first time, is to do it seasonally or ideally in the spring. That's another S for you. Okay, the second S is when there's signs of toxic buildup. So whenever you're starting to show signs in your body, and I'll share with you what those top 10 signs are that your body could be experiencing a level of toxic overload, and those toxins are starting to overflow in your body and show up as symptoms, then you know that it's time to start to clear that out. So I'll link up in the show notes. I have a really nice toxicity quiz that you can take totally for free, just to help you understand what your score is in terms of your total toxic load or the total toxic burden going on inside of your body, to see if it could be a time to be doing a detox protocol for yourself. Okay, the third time, ideal time to be doing a functional medicine detox is when starting a deeper health protocol. So oftentimes with my clients come to me with gut issues. They've got constipation or bloating or gas or abdominal tension, whatnot. Maybe we've done some testing and we found out that they have candida overgrowth or parasite or small intestinal bacterial overgrowth, something like this, or mold toxicity, for example. Often what we'll do is we'll start this client off on a functional medicine detox basically to get their system eliminating, to support the body's natural detox pathways, getting the body and all of the organs doing its job really, really well. So that when we get to the deeper gut healing work and we start to kill off the candida overgrowth, or we start to kill off the parasites, that their elimination organs are already open and clear, and we can really minimize the likelihood of a lot of the uncomfortable detox symptoms that can come off as those pathogens start to die off in the system. And we call this Herxheimer reaction. So it really minimizes that effect and really supports the body at eliminating these things with a lot more ease. So hopefully we don't have any major downs in our healing protocol. We just start feeling better and better every day. These are the top 3 times that we can do a detox: seasonally, when there's signs of toxic buildup, or when starting a deeper health protocol. So aside from maintaining overall health and well-being and doing these seasonal or quarterly detoxes for ourselves to keep ourselves feeling healthy and well and vibrant, I want to share with you now the top 10 signs that I found that may be showing that your body could be crying out a little bit for a bit of a mind-body reset and could really benefit from doing something like a functional medicine detox for yourself. So the first sign that your body needs a detox is cognitive issues. So if you've been encountering a lot of brain fog or forgetfulness or cloudy thinking, maybe just like a lot of mental fatigue, this can be a clear sign that our total body's toxic load is overflowing and it's affecting our cognitive health. The second sign that our body may need a detox is if we're struggling with a lot of digestive-based issues. Maybe a lot of bloating or gas or constipation, loose stools, abdominal distension or acid reflux. All of this congestion or discomforts inside of our gut, our GI system, gastrointestinal system, this can all be indicating a buildup of toxicity. And we can, receive extreme benefit by starting to clear these toxins out of the digestive system and can experience much greater health and well-being with our digestion. The third top sign that our body may be asking for a detox is weight issues. If we've experienced unexplainable weight gain, or some really common signs will be like a lot of water retention in the body. Is your body holding on to a lot of water? Are you noticing a bit more puffiness in your belly or your thighs or your arms? Are you noticing like a tendency towards overeating or food cravings, emotional eating? These can all be signs that your body's needing a detox. I want to share with you something I just find fascinating in the relationship between toxicity and weight. And I just want to start this by saying that having excess weight on your body isn't necessarily a bad thing. And we all have different body types and compositions, and we've got to learn what a healthy weight is for our body and enjoy the body in that way. And yet we can also understand that sometimes maybe we are holding on to a little bit more weight than is healthy for us, not necessarily aesthetically. Sure, that might be important to you, and yet we still want to maintain that healthy weight for our unique body type. So the funny thing about toxins and weight gain is that our body is so intelligent. And when we have a buildup of toxins in our system, our brain will tell our body, we don't want these toxins floating around and wreaking havoc. So instead of our body allowing these toxins to float around and, affect our brain and wreak havoc on our organs and our cells, is what happens is our body files these toxins away where they're going to be safely hidden and not causing havoc on our, other body systems. So our body is so smart, and intelligently our system files these toxins, these heavy metals, these pathogens, this buildup of chemicals and pollutants that naturally are just so unavoidable floating around inside of our system. And it files those toxins away into our fat cells, our adipose tissue. And so what happens is that when we file these toxins away into our fat cells, with it brings all this water. So what is so much of the water retention and the puffiness and the inflammation and the cellulite that we may be experiencing? This is our body showing us visibly that our body's filed away these toxins. The increase of fat tissue, or the water that gets pulled into those fat cells, that's basically what cellulite is. The texture on the skin is your fat cells pulling water into them. The water and the fat's not the problem. It's the toxins lying beneath the surface. We clear out the toxins, that inflammation or that water retention, that puffiness naturally goes down in and of itself. So that's pretty cool. Okay, the fourth sign that your body might be crying out for a detox is mood-based issues. So if you've been experiencing things like anxiety or depression, low mood, irritability, or simply lacking your usual zest for life, this can be an absolute sign that your toxic load has been full and it's starting to overflow and show up as these cognitive and mood-based issues. So what I've noticed for myself is when we have this increase in toxins, like heavy metals, there's just so much research out there that it's undeniable. So many heavy metals and chemicals and pollutants have a huge impact on our body's capacity to produce neurotransmitters, our happiness chemicals like serotonin, our calming chemicals like GABA, and it disrupts that natural process. So, in order to rebalance our mood, a big part of it may be for you, a root cause imbalance behind some of the mood issues you may be experiencing can be the buildup of toxins. There's so much research out there, the connection between heavy metals and psychological and mood-based disorders, the connection between mercury and things like ADHD and aluminum and things like anxiety. There's just such an undeniable connection that when we start to clear those toxins out, our mood may naturally improve. The next top sign that our body might be asking for a detox is hormonal based issues. So if you've been experiencing things like painful periods or PMS or signs of estrogen dominance, which again goes hand in hand with a lot of the weight based issues. So if we're experiencing something called estrogen dominance, where we have too much estrogen in our system, or we have simply too much estrogen in relationship to our opposite hormone called progesterone, we may be experiencing this hormonal imbalance like that. Another really cool connection between estrogen, fat, and toxicity is that it works in the same way. Toxicity and estrogen, they'll both increase the amount of water being pulled into our fat cells to file away. Again, too much estrogen acts as a toxin in the body, right? If our liver, which is designed to break down excess estrogen in the body, if it can't do that effectively, those excess hormones have to go somewhere and they'll get pulled into the fat stores so that they're not floating around and causing all this havoc in the body. So again, leads to weight gain, puffiness, these kinds of things. Okay, the sixth top sign that your body may be needing a detox is energy-based issues. So if you have been experiencing next level fatigue or even exhaustion, and it seems like no matter how much you sleep, you just can't shake this feeling of being tired all the time, or after lunch, usually like 2-3 o'clock, you kind of just like hit a wall with your energy. This can absolutely be a sign of toxicity. So our cells are designed to produce energy in a healthy and effective way. However, if our system is burdened with so many chemicals and pollutants, we simply can't produce the same levels of energy. Our cells can't do it because they're burdened with needing to clean up so much toxicity that it prioritizes, saving your body by managing these toxins than producing cellular energy that you need to feel vibrant and awake and alert. The seventh sign that your body might be asking for a detox is sleep issues. So if you've been struggling with poor sleep, or you're struggling to fall asleep at night, or maybe you're waking up a lot through the night, it's difficult to stay asleep, or maybe you just wake up the next day not feeling so refreshed, absolutely there's a connection between the buildup of toxins and poor sleep. So by eliminating that toxic burden, our sleep may naturally improve, which is a really beautiful bonus. Okay, the eighth is skin-based issues. So our skin is our largest organ, and our body is so intelligent and it's designed to detoxify itself. But what happens is when our liver and our kidneys and our colon and our most common detox organs and elimination organs, if they're burdened with so much toxicity that they can't quite keep up, as in our kidneys and our liver, there's too many toxins to process, and or our nutrition isn't ideal, or we're just maybe it is ideal and we're simply not getting the amount of nutrition that our liver and our kidneys really need to do their job well. In our liver, we have something called phase 1 and phase 2 of liver detoxification, which is the beautiful and amazing process that your liver does to break down excess hormones, to break down these chemicals and to file them, away into safe particles that your body can actually eliminate. If we aren't getting the exact nutrition that our liver needs to do phase 1 and phase 2, and science is amazing and has mapped out the exact nutrients required to do phase 1 and phase 2 of liver detoxification, if we're not getting that nutrition, then our liver can't do its job really well. It might be able to do it to a degree, but it's going to struggle. So when our liver can't detoxify as effectively, our skin will take over. Let's say we have too much toxic load in our body, our liver and our kidneys, they can't quite keep up. Those toxins, they're going to come out, and our body's so smart and it will try to eliminate them best as it can. What's our body going to do? It's going to push those toxins out through the skin. And as these toxins get pushed through the skin, heavy metals, mold, there's just been so much research of what actually comes out through our sweat and through our skin, and all of the toxins that may be coming out through sweat and skin. But there's no doubt about it that those toxins, as they come out of the skin, can absolutely lead to skin irritations, breakouts, acne, bumps on the skin, irritation, itchiness, rashes, dandruff, all of these different things. So skin issues can absolutely be the sign that you could really use a detox. The 9th sign is congestion-based issues. So if you're noticing a buildup or an excess of mucus or congestion or allergies, whether that's like in your sinuses, maybe you're waking up in the morning and you're just noticing a lot of congestion in your nose. You really need to wake up and blow your nose a lot, or in your lungs, like you wake up and there's just a lot of phlegm. You need to constantly like clear your throat when you wake up. Or you wake up with sand in your eyes, or a mucousy, sticky, white kind of coating in your eyes that you need to wash out. Or you wake up with a coating, a white or phlegmy yellow coating on your tongue. These are all very clear signs that your body is experiencing a level of toxicity. And oftentimes this can be associated with an odor or an uncomfortable texture. And so we want to actually clear that out. So all of these are connected to toxicity. The 10th sign that your body could be crying out for a total mind-body reset through a detox is bad breath, bad smell, bad taste. So if we feel like our senses are off, like we might have a dullness in our senses, like our sense of taste or our sense of smell or our vision or our ears, of course, these can be much more serious things, and we should rule that out. If you're noticing like a very strong disturbance in your senses, we've got to rule that out. And that goes for all of these as well. Of course, on this podcast, we're not offering medical advice. We're not offering treatment or cures or prevention of any disease. I'm sharing with you my own personal experience as an integrative health practitioner and what I've seen personally to be really supportive for myself and my clients. That being said, bad breath, bad smell, bad taste, your senses being off can absolutely be a sign of a buildup of toxins in the body. So our body is actually in its most healthy, balanced state, not very smelly. We shouldn't have any strong body odor, whether that's coming from our armpits as like body odor, like sweat, whether that's coming from our private areas or whether it's coming from our breath. We shouldn't have any major smells associated with it. And if we do, that can be a sign for sure of like hormonal imbalance or infection or so many other things. Can also be a sign of a buildup of toxicity. So of course, there's so many amazing Ayurvedic therapies and techniques that we can do to help clear that out. And I actually share that inside of the detox that I'm going to be sharing with you. However, this can be a sign and certainly something to take care of and to clear out. And you'll notice as well, like it's usually a side effect. People don't usually come to me with like, hey, I have really bad breath. Can we work on that? It's usually like, oh, I've got bloating or I've got digestive issues or my periods are really painful or I'm not sleeping. But it's funny that as a side effect, they're like, wow, my partner said like my mouth smells really good, or like I've noticed that my body odor has gone away, or wow, I can't believe I had such a bad metallic, nasty taste in my mouth for so long. And I use these questions as markers like, hey, are you still noticing a lot of like gunk in your eyes when you wake up? And they're like, oh, you know what? No, I haven't. I'm like, great, we've cleared out a lot of the toxicity. So funny little signs and connections there. So with all of that being said, let's talk the benefits of doing some sort of functional medicine detox. So the first benefit is overall health and well-being. That's what we gain, is we gain back more optimal, vibrant health and well-being. The second is we get mental clarity, focus, memory, so our cognitive health improves. The next is we kickstart healthy digestion and elimination. So a lot of these digestive-based issues may start to clear. The next is a healthy weight and boosting metabolism, so less water retention, more balanced inflammation levels, balanced mood and clear mind. We get more balanced hormones, less PMS. We feel happier periods, better libido, which is a great bonus. We start to experience more vibrant energy levels and have the capacity to do more of what we really love in life. We get clear, radiant skin as we clear out these toxicities, and we start to rejuvenate our body with much more delicious, deep sleep. And we simply get a deeper sense of this zest for life, this feeling of aliveness in our mind and our body and our senses. And all of this can be kickstarted through this functional medicine detox. If this resonated with you and you would love to give yourself this gift of a total mind-body reset with a functional medicine detox so you can really kickstart your way to vibrant energy and radiant health, I would love to invite you to join us in our upcoming Radiant Health Community Detox, where I'm going to be sharing with you everything that you need to know to complete a very simple, effective, at-home 7, 14, or 21-day functional medicine detox. So you'll get access to the entire Radiant Health Detox course, and you'll get to join a global community of like-minded people, as well as myself, doing the exact same detox protocol right by your side in live time. So I'm personally going to be doing this detox right with you. We're going to do it together. I'll share recipes. We can inspire each other as we go through this protocol together. And yeah, you'll just be so held and supported every step of the way inside of the private Facebook community. So this detox is so much more than just restrictive dieting and taking supplements. It's really designed to be a total mind-body reset that takes into consideration real life and responsibilities and all the things. So of course, we're going to include in this mind-body reset, this detox, stress reduction tools and self-care and body care and daily wellness rituals that are simple yet easy to implement. So if you yourself are ready to kickstart your way to radiant health, you can learn more on my website, bindiestables.com/detox. And of course, if you have any questions, you're welcome to send me a DM on Instagram and I'll be happy to share. That is all for now. Thank you so much for listening. I would love to hear your top takeaways from this episode over on Instagram at bindiestables. And I will see you back for another episode real soon. Take care. Thank you so much again for being here, and I'm celebrating you in this journey of becoming the happiest, the healthiest, most vibrant you.